and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management. A 30-minute show that features brand news, branding focus, industry interviews, conversations, all in the mix to promote the brand idea home and abroad. Welcome. The global COVID-19 pandemic has stalled the growth of Nigeria's out-of-home business, worth about $140 million in 2019. President of Media Independent Advertising Practitioners MIPAN, Femi Adelusi, disclosed this during the agency's annual general meeting, which held virtually. He said the industry's growth came to a screeching halt during the lockdown, especially in Lagos, which accounts for over 60% of OOH ad spend. Mr. Adelusi also said the devastation has led advertisers slashing or pulling budgets, cancelling or reducing campaign scales, diverting billions to other platforms, and forcing media owners to renew and review their media business models. He further said the growth rate, which stood at 4.5% CAGR for OOH market and 20.7% CAGR for digital OOH pre-pandemic, has come to a sudden stop. Stakeholders in Nigeria's broadcast and advertising industry have faulted the federal government's intervention on advertising debt with the recently amended National Broadcast Code. The newly amended NBC Code aims to create restrictions for monopolistic behaviors in the broadcast industry, provide for local content, and increase advertising revenue for broadcast stations and content producers. In reaction to the issues that concern advertising in the new code, President of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, Steve Babaiko, said the basis of the code is wrong as far as it has to do with advertising, adding that AAAN have been clamoring for the reconstitution of the APCON Council for the past 5 years, which is now one of the flip sides of the absence of the council in the amended code. With the new development, government appears to have some level of control over the advertising agencies through the NBC, although the code has been recommended for redrafting as a result of some loose ends. The federal government, through the Ministry of Information, has been criticized for dabbling too much into the roles and duties of the NBC. The National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria has approved a new code guiding professional practice and conduct of marketing practitioners in the country. In a chat with Marketing Edge, NIMN's President Tony Ademumen said the code is meant to promote the highest standard of professional conduct among its members, stressing that the newly approved code will ensure that ethical norms and values are strictly adhered to by marketing professionals. As required by the Act, a copy of the code has been lodged with the Minister of Trade and Investments, Yemi Adebayo, which will officially come into force on September the 1st, 2020. The NIMN Act 2003 empowers Council to make rules and regulations guarding professional conduct among marketing professionals. As a mark of its corporate social responsibility, For Poly Limited, a top of the Market Outdoor Advertising Agency, has donated face masks to the Lagos State Signage and Advertising Agency, LASA. The donation, totaling 185 face masks, was in corporate support of the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking at the ceremony, the Managing Director, FPL Media, Mr. Langa Sholu, noted that the gesture was a way of supporting the regulatory body's efforts in curbing the spread of the pandemic. The items were received by the Managing Director of LASA, Mr. Ademola Bosemo. The LASA boss, while receiving the donation, thanked FPL Media for the kind gesture, stating that it will go a long way in helping it as an organization in the fight against the pandemic. Commenting on the donation, Mr. John Ajayi, publisher, CEO of Marketing Edge, described it as a laudable effort, urging other advertising agencies to take a cue from FPL Media through collaboration with the present leadership of LASA. In keeping up with its promise to reward customers with millions of naira as palliatives to cushion the effects of COVID-19 pandemic on families and businesses, Naira Mobile has rewarded 2 winners with 1 million naira each, cash prize each. The winners were announced on the Telcom's official LinkedIn handle are an Ilorin Kwara-based businesswoman, Kolade Aminat Yetunde, and a Togolese immigrant, Sarah Bright. But the first 2 lucky winners to emerge in the ongoing Naira Mobile Mega Million Consumer promotion. Speaking about her lucky win, excited Yetunde, who described the promo as a laudable initiative, said she was surprised when she received the message conveying the good news. In the same vein, the second winner, Sarah Bright, said she did not believe it at first, until she got a call from Night Mobile customer service representative informing her of her latest mania status. First Land Campaign Awamco has reaffirmed its commitment to partnering with the federal government through the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development and the Central Bank of Nigeria to build capacity, policies and practice to improve local milk sourcing. The dairy food giants, who disclosed this in its official LinkedIn handle while marking its 10 years of introducing a dairy development program in Nigerian market, said, through the initiative, over 9,000 of Nigerian farmers have been enabled not only to run their businesses efficiently, but also to improve the quality of their dairy production. In addition, the company has built 4 master farms within the FDOV program aimed to stimulate public-private partnership that enhance food security in developing countries in Nigeria, which is a new concept of nomadic farming to enable each master farmer to maintain cows, bring to total to about 40 cows. Tech giant Apple has become the first company in the world to be valued at $2 trillion. The American company crossed the $2 trillion mark on Wednesday after being the first in the world to cross the $1 trillion mark in August 2018. This makes the iPhone, Mac computers, and Apple wristwatch makers the most valuable company in the world. This also means that the company's net worth is higher than the entire gross domestic product of the entire 48 countries in sub-Saharan Africa, which includes Nigeria and South Africa, the largest economies on the continent. According to data provided by the World Bank, the GDP of the entire region was $1.75 trillion at the end of 2019. After suffering stock value decline at onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Apple shares are currently trading at $467.78 per share. The company is planning a 4-4-1 split at the end of August to make the shares affordable for investors. This split will not affect the company's value, as it would now have more shares trading at a lower price. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the renewal of appointment of the Niger Delta Holding Company of Nigeria's Managing Director, Mr. Joseph Chiedu Ibu. In a letter titled Renewal of Appointment in Niger Delta Power Holding Company of Nigeria Limited, approved the renewal of Executive Director of Engineering and Technical Services, Enwaife Oyebele, and Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Malam Babaru Shehu. Now, this renewal will take effect from August 25, 2020, for a period of 4 years. President Muhammadu Buhari enjoined continues to bring their wealth of experience and expertise to bear to reposition NDPHC, even as he directed them to discharge their responsibilities in line with government's commitment to provision of regular supply of light as power to Nigerians. The Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, Mr. Laolu Akonde, also added in a statement that the appointment of 3 additional directors has also been approved for more efficient and effective coverage of the company's areas of activities. The MTN Group Limited announces that the appointment of Ralph Mupita as the new group president and CEO will take effect from 1st September 2020. According to the report, before his recent elevation to oversee all MTN's operations across its global market, Mutipa was appointed MTN Group CFO in April 2017. As the CFO, Mupita was reported to have played critical roles in the development and execution of the group's strategic capital allocation processes and financial performance, as well as in resolution of a number of complex regulatory matters. Extreme Ideas, the Lagos-based advertising agency, Climax's 8th-year anniversary, celebrated tag Extreme Good for 8 years, as the main multinational agency has been applauded by the Lagos State government for donating a first-of-its-kind wash and station facility and Blue MiFi internet modems with unlimited data to Okpebe Senior High School, Okpebe, Ikeja, Lagos, to further combat the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic and safeguard the health of student population. The donation, which is largely seen to complement the efforts of both the federal and especially the Lagos State government, led by His Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in fight against COVID-19 pandemic, especially in the area of hand washing and general hygiene of the young students, and also provide them access to information and education on the pandemic. The facility located at the entrance to Okpebe School Complex, which houses the Okpebe Junior Secondary School and the Senior High School, is well secured, especially a special clear view panel fence solution where the beneficiaries' community can walk through the disinfectant tunnel before accessing the school. It also allows for free airflow with good headroom to give an appealing ambience. In her address, an elated principal of the school, Mrs. Oluwa Dosa Koforola, while thanking the donor of the facility, Extreme Ideas, a company she noted has consistently supported the efforts of the Lagos State Governor, Saraji Sanwo-Olu. She adds that Extreme Ideas has brought a world-class facility to a school and hopes to maintain it by the grace of God. End of quote. Making his own remarks, Chief Executive Officer of Extreme Ideas, Mr. Steve Babaiko, he says, and I quote, "This is Extreme Ideas' 8th year of business, and every year would always come back to renovate part of the public school in Lagos and hand it over to them." End quote. Flower Mills Nigeria PLC has appointed the former Mobile Managing Director, Mr. Omoboyebi Oyebolanle Olusoya, as its Group Chief Operating Officer. Appointment of Mr. Olusoya brings to 14 the total number of members of the Board of Directors. The appointment notice was contained in a notification from the company, which states that Flower Mills of Nigeria PLC and Nigeria leading integrated food business and agro-allied group owners of iconic brand Golden Penny announced the appointment of Mr. Omoboyebi Oyebolanle Olusoya to the Board of Directors, effective from 29th July 2020. Arrangement has been concluded for the outgoing World Trade Organization's president, Mr. Roberto Azevedo, to join PepsiCo board. When he leaves the WTO in September, Mr. Azevedo will be serving on the board of leading global food and beverage company as Chief Corporate Affairs Officer. In that capacity, he is expected to help PepsiCo deliver on a series of targets, from increasing workforce diversity to reducing plastic waste, and also render environmental, social, and corporate governance targets. He further assured that he has all it takes to meet the expected PepsiCo set objective. These objectives range from cutting new plastic content for its beverages by 35% by 2025 to putting more than 250 black employees in managerial positions by the same year.
Papa, I am happy now na time for meeting. Any landlord when you should pay fine. What are you calling? House number 1. Yes, sir. Papa, who is coming to you? House number 5. I'm angry that you are not here. Just put me on the window there so that I can see them and I can hear them. He's not around, so it has a sanction. Present! I carry data for head, I carry them for back. Correct data, I will not be money. Say I know they know me, say I know they see your landlord. Talk to me face to face.
Explore without limits. Turn it up on MTN, the reliable data network.
Baba! Fire ahead.
Next is brand in focus. Now, over the years and across geographies, sustainability and corporate social responsibility have become twin sisters and key business priorities for companies, and there are ways of doing business and creating values. Their approach to sustainability and CSR covers the entire value chain, and in many cases their agenda encompasses initiatives and activities that have specific focus areas, with each focus area having clearly set out milestones that signpost the company's progress. With Nigeria in particular, several organizations parade a very good track record of CSR initiatives, which dots the entire Nigerian corporate landscape, which they have consistently and continuously identified and responded to major challenges confronting the nations through huge corporate social investments in various areas. With the COVID-19 pandemic, however, attention has been focused more and more on social investments, which have made the health sector a prominent focus of the country by the government concerned, high network individuals and corporate organizations, proactive and forward-looking brands have distinguished themselves by rising to the very challenging situation created by the pandemic and are touching the consumers and the general public across all demographics and geographies in some novel ways. In doing so, they have not only maintained the top of the mind recall with consumers, but have brilliantly contributed into a future of consistently growing relationship with their consumers and an enhanced brand loyalty. Such brands have literally etched themselves in the mind of the customers due to their exceptional gestures and captivating CSR initiatives. As early as April 2020, barely 2 months after the announcement of the first confirmed coronavirus incident in Nigeria, the country had documented a long list of companies and individuals who have risen in support of government at federal, state and local levels to